like that. I don't know why it always got that on there. Hold on. Hey guys, hold on. My camera seems right. I think that's better. My hair a little rough today, y'all. Y'all just gotta pray for me, girl. All right. All right. About to get on my craft group and get everybody over here because I'm already a little late. I was working on somebody's order, so a little late. All right, let's go now. The craft room at noon. YouTube happening now. All right. Oh Lord, guys. Very short, very short presentation today. Very short lesson, very easy lesson, just a lesson that people don't really be thinking about, but it's a short one. But hey, Facebook, y'all already know it's Monday. I'm a little late. I was telling YouTube, I had to finish an order. I have to figure out what that is. Something keeps coming up on the bottom of my Facebook Live. I don't know what it is. All right. Well, I'm here. What's up? If you come in the chat, drop your city and state in the comments. Drop it in the comments. All right. So today we're gonna be talking about whether you should DIY or just outsource. We're gonna. I do both. It depends on what the project is, but I do both, and I'm gonna talk to y'all about when to do which one. It's gonna be short. It's not a whole bunch of topics on there, but we're gonna talk about when you should DIY, when you should outsource. Sometimes DIY is better, sometimes outsourcing is better. When are those times? You'll find that out as we get through the presentation. So the presentation is short. It's probably like of actual info, probably like 8 slides. So it's like gonna be real short. But yeah, let me. I didn't even tell Facebook. I ain't even give y'all the link or nothing. It's crazy. There we go. All right, so Facebook, the link is in the comments where you were about to be on YouTube. Well, I'm on YouTube right now talking, but I always like to come and let y'all know that I'm over here because sometimes the day get away from you. You know you got something at 12, but it's the day start getting crazy by 11:40, and then you don't forgot. Now it's 2:00, and you like, man, I missed the dang on live. Yeah, you did, but always a replay there. So just get over on YouTube, and we're about to get started because I'm about to share my screen on YouTube and get started because this presentation is gonna be short. It's probably gonna be like 30 minutes, probably. Okay, but I'm gonna see if I can save y'all some money so y'all can stop trying to outsource stuff that you could just do on your own, or that you could do stuff on your own that you don't gotta outsource. It's just I got y'all. But let me get over here on YouTube because I'm a little late anyway, trying to finish all these orders I had. Yeah. So the link is in the comments. So when you get in and you see the link, the YouTube link down there, get over there in the comments. Click it in the comments and get over there on YouTube. I don't know what the heck I'm talking about. But yeah. All right. Facebook has been I've been over on Facebook for like 3 minutes. I think it was like 3 minutes. But yeah. Hey, Adriana, girl. All right, y'all. I'm getting my butt off of Facebook because it's time. It's time. I love you guys. Get on YouTube right now. All right, we are here in the building. All right, so like I always tell y'all, if y'all have any questions during the presentation, you know what I'm saying, just drop some things in the chat. I think the chat on this side of me. Yeah. Drop some comments in the chat. Let me know if you got a question, you got something to say. Of course, I'm not going to ignore you. I'm going to listen to you. But we're going to talk today about why you should DIY sometimes and why you should outsource sometimes. Not going to be a long presentation at all. I keep saying that because y'all know I know how to have a long presentation by accident. But today, oh, I just clocked that T. My daughter be killing me doing that. She be like, "Ooh, mommy, your outfit is T." Like, girl, what are you talking about? You are 7 years old. Like, I'll be like, yeah. Ooh. Sorry, I just got an important text. Okay. All right, y'all. So let me get the screen shared so we can get started. Then y'all can get on y'all merry way. Let's see. There's no tab audio. And y'all don't say nothing smart because I didn't pay my Canva yet. I forgot, and they told me last night, and then I just started doing a whole lot of stuff. And I guess I didn't prioritize it because they don't shut you off right away. So I was like, man, I'll pay that in a little bit. And so I'll pay it when I get off the. But yeah. So let me pull myself up on YouTube. Hold on. Sorry. Let me get myself put up on YouTube because I like to where we at? YouTube. All right. I like to be able to see it because when I'm sharing the stuff, nothing. So now I'm gonna pull myself up. If you start commenting, I'll never know unless I got the comments up. All right. I think y'all can see me. Make sure y'all can see me. Because this happened the other day and I had to wait a second. And then it finally was like, oh, I'm not going to be black no more. Let's see what's going on with this. Last time this happened, I moved too early. And next thing I knew, it popped on. I was like, oh, crap. Like, I know I should have waited. All right, how long we waiting now? How long we waiting now? The screener is doing the most. Let me see what happens. All right, tell me in the chat. Oh, you in here, right? You in the chat. Tell me what you see on the screen. Wait. All right. Let me try to do this one more time. Because it was on that stuff yesterday. Let me see. I'm looking at my phone so I can see when it starts working. Because I see it. It's just a matter of if y'all see it. Why is the screen black? Do y'all see a black screen or is it just my phone? I think I see it now. Okay. I got it. We're good. We're good. All right, let's get started. Yo, I done broke up my phone case so many different ways and different pieces. Anyway, all right, we're here. So sorry, y'all. I know what was going on. Well, anyway, welcome to the craft room at noon. I do these craft rooms every single Monday at noon. Hopefully, I'm not late again, but each and every Monday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you will see me on the craft room at noon talk about a different topic. If you go into the description and you see my craft community, when you go on my craft community, that's where I post the topics. I post the graphic with the topics on it that are going to be for the next 4 weeks. So every single Monday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're going to have a different topic on anything crafting. I specialize in DTF, sublimation, party favors. What did I say? Sublimation, party favors, DTF, and regular crafts. And I also help you guys keep your businesses together. So that's just one thing I want y'all to know. So go over to my Facebook craft community and join it, and you will be up to date on everything you got going on. Okay. So we're talking today about DIY versus outsourcing. Sorry, a little fast. That was a little quick. DIY versus outsourcing and when to do which one. Okay, this is very important. It might seem like a topic that ain't that serious, but it's serious because one can stress you out when you don't need to be stressed, and one could cost you money that you don't need to be paying. And that's only a little piece of the reasons. But you have to know when to do each one. Okay, and there's a bunch of things to consider when figuring out which one to do. I personally do both of them. So first thing I'm going to do, like I do every week, I tell you who I am. My name is Ashley Goldman. I'm the owner, one of the owners of Highly Favored Custom Designs, which is a business I own with my mother. I am currently a craft coach. I just became a craft coach after learning so many things. I said, I need to teach people this stuff. They need to know so they can get to the bag, get their money. So then I start, and I'm already, I grew up dancing. So I was a dance teacher. Right now I'm a cheerleading coach. So I know how to coach. Okay. I know how to do that. And I coach babies, so I know how I can get it together with adults, okay, who want to craft and get money. All right. So I am a craft coach. My first successful paid boot camp just passed this. The final one was on the 19th, I believe. It was a 3-week course, 3 days or long, 3 weeks, and we covered so much stuff. So it was really, really good. The replays are on my website, but after that, even if I didn't feel like it before, after that, I'm literally a craft coach at that point. Like nobody gonna tell me I ain't no craft coach now. I don't care. Okay. So I'm also a graphic designer. I've been designing since 2019. I got really good during the pandemic, when I couldn't go to work. I used to be on the computer. I discovered Canva, and that was all she wrote. Canva is my baby, my cinnamon apple, my sugar plum, honey dunk, whatever. Okay, whatever cute little name you gonna call your man. That's what Canva is for me. Okay. I don't know Photoshop. So if you come up in here and let me tell you something. If you know Photoshop, when I do a couple things, when I get classes and stuff, if you know Photoshop, hit me up. Because when I start doing more classes, I want to put a Photoshop class in. I want to have a Canva day and I want to have a Photoshop day. And I can do the Canva day and then you can do the Photoshop day and I can pay you and everything, okay? So if you know how to do Photoshop, let your girl know because I don't know how to do Photoshop. I'm going to be in a class learning with everybody else, learning from you, okay? So I specialize in Canva. I do Canva one-on-ones. I do a bunch of Canva. Everything you see that I put out is from Canva. This presentation I made on Canva, okay? So Canva is everything to me. All right. I've been a crafter since 2023. Like I told everybody before, I became really, really sick, could not work, could not walk. Once I started getting better, I still couldn't work, but I needed to make money. So I was like, oh, we got this little machine here. And now we had the machine. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna start making cups. I was like making cups, other little stuff like that. Then I started deep diving into YouTube and all of that stuff because I couldn't do anything. I couldn't go to work. So I just stayed home all day and I was watching YouTube videos, watching how to do all this stuff. So then once tax season came around, boom, I went and bought all my stuff. And full blown, we've been popping ever since. Okay. Then I decided I wanted to start teaching. And that's this year. So I should say craft coach as of 2025, something like that. All right. But yeah, so I'm working my way up, y'all. I do a bunch of free. If you go to my craft community, I do a bunch of free stuff. I give y'all free gems. I drop freebies in there. Bunch of tips. Y'all really get a lot in the craft community. So if you want to go in the craft community, just go over there. Okay, it's free. All right. Now let's get this thing cracking. Let's get it cracking. So hey, craft cousins. Y'all know I gotta always start like that. Hey, cousin. Hey, cousin girl. Okay, that's how we always gotta start it. That's me though. Y'all know I call all my people my cousins. So today's topic is DIY versus outsourcing. Okay, it's a very important thing to know. It doesn't seem like that serious, but it's pretty important to know when to do which to save yourself time, save yourself money, save yourself stress, whatever it is. So I also want to say, we just hit 700 members in my craft community last night. I'm telling y'all, I was literally just in the group talking to them, and I was like, y'all, I remember just like not even a month ago, I was talking to them like, we've got to hit 400 guys. We got like we were at like a number, and then it was like 400, and then like out of nowhere within like a couple of days was at 500. Then it was just, I'm like, dang. So next thing I know, I look up, I'm like, yo, we're at 7. We was at 694 last night. So I go in there, I'm like, yo, we about to hit 700. Oh, I swear when we hit 700, I'm dropping a coupon code in here for my website, everything. Like, yo, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. Like when we hit 1K, we're having like a virtual party. I don't care. Once we hit 1K, we having a virtual party. I don't know what we're gonna do at the virtual party, but we're gonna have one. We're gonna have one. I don't care. Okay. So now that we've got that out the way, are you more of a DIYer or an outsourcer? You can answer that question on your own. But the question of the day is, are you more of a DIYer or an outsourcer? Or are you both? I do both. So it just kind of depends on the project for me. But if it was up to me, I feel you should do both depending on the situation. Okay. I did not bring my water downstairs. Like, why didn't I do that? I can't believe myself. No, dang, well, I'm about to be out here talking for like 30 minutes. I ain't bring no water. All right. So why this question matters on whether you're a DIYer or an outsourcer. Okay. Because depending on what you're doing, you got to save time and money. It just depends on which one you use. One saves you time, one saves you money. It helps you grow your business smarter. If you're growing a business, you have to work smart. And if you're DIYing something that's taking you 6 hours when you should have outsourced it, and then you could have been doing whatever else you're doing while you're just waiting for it to get to your house, or why before you go pick it up. Now you could be working on other projects while that's on the way to you, or working on something else while that's on the way to you, or cleaning up. Like, some people, they get into this business, they'll be cleaning up. You got time to clean up a little bit because you don't gotta wait. You don't gotta spend 6 hours on the project. Okay, so you gotta be smart when you're growing your businesses. All right, and also, and this is big, y'all. This is big, yo. It keeps your sanity intact. You will go crazy trying to DIY stuff that you clearly, crystal clearly, should have outsourced. Why? Let me tell y'all. I gotta tell a story. So why I had my first ever order for a cutout, right? I do big giant cutouts. My first ever order for a cutout. I didn't even think to go. Well, no, let me say this. I didn't know about it's a place called stickersbanners.com. If you do backdrops, you do big stuff, use stickersbanners.com. Your stuff will be here within like a day or two. It's absolutely crazy. I use them all the time. Okay. So I didn't know about stickers banners yet, right? So I'm over here online trying to find where I can go to get this big giant cutout that she wanted. Well, it was a little boy, a picture of a little boy, and he was I think 5 feet or something like that. She wanted him 5 feet. Then the Paw Patrol character, she wanted that one at like 4 feet. She had 2 Paw Patrol characters. One was 4 feet, one was 3 feet, right? So because I can't find this big giant one that she said, to me the 5 feet was kind of big. Like, it scared me every time I came downstairs. I had to turn it around and face the wall and put a trash bag over it, because every time I came downstairs, it scared the freaking crap out of me. Okay, that's all I wanted to tell y'all that, because that was embarrassing, but it was real. Scared the crap out of me every time. But I literally did something called the tape and tile method, where you take all these different pieces of paper. It's like a puzzle. Each page has a different part of the picture on it. So you basically put all of that together, and it makes the picture. So instead of so mind you, every picture was lining up. Everything was fine, right? Oh, I'm hitting stuff. Everything was lining up, right? Except this one page. It was the eye too. So it's like, it was the eye. Like, it wasn't like a piece of the jean jacket where like you can't really tell. It was the eye. So it would make the eye would look all crooked and cockeyed. Child. So I did all of that work, finally get everything together. Then I'm sitting here, I'm rushing so bad. I'm cutting it out, everything. I put the trash bag over it so the girl could come get it. And I swear to gosh, she got in the car, she left or whatever. I was so happy when she freaking left. Like, do you hear me? Because I'm like, this is over. Like, I'm done. I'm so happy right now. She texted me like an hour and a half later, complaining She wasn't being mean or anything. It was still a complaint though. Like, complaining, telling me, oh hey, she was really nice about it. She wasn't even mean. She was just like, hey, I didn't know it was going to be, tiled together like that. I don't think the customer is expecting that. Blah 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 blah. Stuff that I already kind of knew. You know what I'm saying? And that right there, then I had to go and do it over again. Like, she ended up finding, because I told her the truth. I couldn't find, the thing that big, so I had to just piece it together, blah 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 blah. So she was just like, you could have just told me, and then that was cool. Like, me and her we still collab on projects till this day, so that didn't do anything. But I was completely honest with her, told her the truth, was like, hey, if anything, I'll help you out, whatever you need. So her husband ended up finding the print, right? But what was crazy was I had to go. First of all, I had to drive like a 30-minute drive, because that's where she was that day, to pick up the print that she got from the place. I ended up having to put more money on the print because the print cost more than where she got it. So I ended up having to spend more money. Then I had to come home, and I had one day to come bring it home, put it on the adhesive. Put it on the chloroplast or whatever, and freaking cut it out again. So let me tell you something. You hear that whole long behind story? Now what I do is I still outsource it. That's something you don't DIY. Don't DIY a cutout. That's just dumb. I was just dumb. That was a dumb thing to do. Go to stickersbanners.com, y'all. You put the picture up there. It comes within a day or two, depending on when you order it. Day or two, it comes to you. All you got to do is stick it on whatever you're putting it on the back. Like I do foam board or I do chloroplast. But I did all of that extra DIY when I should have just outsourced. I did all that extra time. I took all that time to piece everything together. I started getting irritated because the one page wasn't working right. Then I had to redo it because the girl ain't even like how I looked. Like, it was a whole thing when I could have just went online, ordered that stickers, banners, started doing some other stuff in the house or in the craft room, wherever. And then it comes to my door. And then when it comes to the door, now I can just stick it on the thing and cut it out. This is why I tell y'all. This is why the sanity part, I was going crazy. Like, I'm telling y'all, don't, like, really just think about it before you do anything. Like, do you want to do this yourself, or would you rather somebody else do it? Okay, we know you know how to do stuff. You don't need to have to flaunt your skills all the time. It's still your product when you give it to the customer. So why matter? Why matter? Okay. So, like I said before in my story, knowing when to do each is the key. I should have known that for that big behind 5-foot tile, 5-foot cutout, I should have just what's that called? A big picture. All right, what am I tiling stuff together for? Looking all crazy. Looking crazy. And it was mad papers too. Y'all should have seen me down here. It was mad papers. I was like, why am I doing this? Now I do cutouts all the time. And I use stickers, banners. So it's very simple for me. And for cutouts, if you ever do cutouts, this is a random tip, because I like just randomly drop in the gym. If you have a picture, right, and you're doing a cutout, like the big, large stand-up, photo board, stand-up cutouts or whatever, when you're doing those, when you're sending the picture to stickers, banners, I'm never going to say to the printer place. No, I want to say stickers, banners, because they're like the best, and they're mad cheap, super affordable. Okay, like, gosh, I was everywhere. I was looking everywhere. CVS, all these local print shops, nobody's touching stickers, banners on their pricing. Period. Okay. So what was I just saying? Because I just lost myself. Well, hopefully somebody can remember what the heck I was just talking about. Where's my? I swore. Oh, there goes my comments. I didn't even see no freaking comments. Hey, Quinola, girl, what the? I ain't see no comments. What the heck going on here? Oh, Jesus, Christmas. So anyway, yeah, now I just stick it on there. Like, don't make stuff harder than it needed to be. Like, you gotta work smarter. You gotta work in a way that allows you to maximize most of your time. Me sitting there tiling all of those things was not maximizing my time at all. It was wasting my time. And then it wasted more time because I had to go back and do it again. And I had to spend, it wasted time and money because I had to spend more money. Don't do that. Don't do that. No, don't do that. But anyway, what was I saying to y'all? To go to stickers, oh, that's what I was saying. So when you go to stickers, banners, and you have to do a cutout, right? Somebody wants you to do a cutout. When you're saving the picture, go put the picture in Canva or whatever you use and remove the background. Put it on a complete white background. That way you can tell the clear lines of the person or of the character that you're cutting out, because that's one thing I noticed that I wasn't doing. I wasn't paying attention to that. I wasn't uh taking the background off. I was just trying to figure out where the line was, it's too much. Take the background out and put them on a white sheet. And that way you'll know what you're doing. Okay. All right. So this ain't a cutout class, but I had to tell you that. Right. So anyway, when should you DIY? All right. It is budget friendly. I was able to charge. I can talk about this situation all day. I charged this girl such a low price because I'm like, I'm doing it myself. So I'm gonna just charge her less and I still make such and such amount of money. No, charge them more, okay, and do less work, because that's just ridiculous. I charge that same thing that she got. I think I charged her like 60 something dollars. I think 65 or something. I think I started like 50, and then I was like, well, with every foot it adds a dollar. Like, no, it adds $5. I was like, in my mind, I'm like, this is dumb. Like, now I'm thinking about it, like, why not price it like that? That was stupid. But now that was only, I think, 5 feet, right? Now my 5 foot, I don't even know how much it is now, but it's way more than $60 because my 6 foot, I pay $50 for my 6 foot, right? I pay for the picture. I pay $49. So all I do is double it, and that's what I charge the customer. So their deposit, which is going to be half, pays for me to order the picture. Once it pays me to order the picture and for all of the what's that called, the materials, because I still, the core classes is budgeted into, not budgeted, but it's inside of the pricing. The core classes in there and everything, and the pictures inside the pricing. Okay, so now I'm charging, geez, what's that, 100? I think the 5 or 6 foot is like 150 something. She pays 60 something. Yeah, it was budget friendly. I didn't have to spend that much on materials, but I spent mad time. So DIYing is always going to be the budget friendly option. Always, every time. And now with DIY, you have much more creative control. Like when you outsource something, you kind of have to do it the way they have it. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to do it the way they got it. Ain't no, oh, well, I want to put this over here and I want to put that over. You can't do that when you outsource, because when you outsource, most of the time you got to do it how they do it, how they got it. But when you're DIYing, you got full creative control. You learn and you build new skills. So if I'm DIYing something and I'm making it or whatever the case may be, I might learn how to do something through me DIYing. I might build a new skill in crafting. I might learn how to handle a certain tool better. I might do something better than I used to. So it's going to still, it could take time to do DIY, but you're going to learn stuff. You're going to build new skills. I've learned so many things from DIYing certain things and things that nobody taught you, like that you ain't get online and see it. I just didn't. Let's see. And it's definitely perfect for small projects or testing ideas. Now, when you're doing a small project, DIY is cool. It might not take you that long. Once you get to a huge project, stop playing. Stop playing and order that stuff. Go do something different. Don't even play like that. All right. So some DIY examples: making simple party favors. Y'all know I always got random party favors next to me. Something like this. This is something you can DIY. Something simple. Because not every party favor is some little baby simple party favor. Some party favors you gotta DIY some stuff to put it together. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a lot. You know what I'm saying? But when you're testing a new design or testing a new I guess design or like a product, DIY. Don't listen. If you testing something, DIY it. Do not go out there unless you really out here balling, big balling shot calling with your money. Do not outsource a test. Try to DIY that or get the smallest version of it that you can if you gotta outsource it. Okay, I just want to let y'all know. That's just this is my thing. I'm just letting y'all know when I'm saying. Personal gifts for family and friends. So if you're just doing something quick for your for your auntie, your cousin, your grandma, you could DIY it. It's quick. Usually gifts like that are quick and stuff like that. And then when you're practicing new techniques, this kind of goes along the lines with when you're testing something out. So you're trying a new technique and you need to know if it works, right? So what you got to do is DIY. Don't outsource, because if you mess up, it could cost you money. It could be a problem. All right, so when to outsource? You save time. When you outsource, you save time for what matters most. So you can spend more time with your kids, more time with your family, all that. Okay. Outsource is a time saver. That's literally what it is. Okay. You scale up big orders. Okay. Because when you get big orders, you don't want to have to do it. You want to be able to just order it and it comes to you, and you can maybe put something together if you have to. But doing everything from scratch, even when it's really a big order, it's too much. You know what I'm saying? It's too much sometimes, especially if your business starts taking off, getting busy. It's too much. Okay. You get more professional results. You get professional quality results. It's coming from a legitimate business. Not saying you're not legitimate, but I'm just saying it comes from like a legitimate, perfect, like in a sense, perfect quality. So when you're ordering from somewhere, if I'm ordering pictures, I know I'm going to get really, really good quality. If I'm ordering a product from somewhere, I know I'm going to get really, really good quality. DIY, you can mess up, human error. These big companies, they got machines and stuff, child. So sometimes you just let them do it. The machine do stuff perfectly. And then, like I told y'all before with my tape and tile story, you're gonna reduce your stress and your overwhelming. Why did I say overwhelm? Is that a word? Why did I say that? Reduce stress and overwhelm. Oh, I guess overwhelm is like the base of overwhelming. I don't know, child. I'm over here trying to do an English lesson. I'm a craft coach. I don't know what the heck. So yeah, and then it also reduces stress and overwhelm. So if you reduce your stress and reducing you being overwhelmed, like if all I gotta do is upload the picture to the website, click the button, pay the money. I mean, all I gotta do is upload it to the website, type in my card information, click submit, and then I just wait for it to get here. Yeah, that don't sound stressful at all to me. Trust me, I like that. All right, so here's some examples of outsourcing bulk t-shirt printing. So if you have a bunch of shirts, 300 shirts to do, you might want to go and put the design on a shirt, and have it outsourced. So you might want to have the company make the shirt. You just send them the design, they put the design on the shirt. I know Jiffy.com does sublimation shirts. I think they do. I don't know. I know they do. If I'm not mistaken, it's Jiffy.com. Jiffy.com is my other bay. You know what I'm saying? I know I gotta Canva's my bay and Jiffy like my other bay. But Jiffy has. I know for sure they have the already made DTF print shirts where you can just upload your design, tell you how big you want it, and they send you the ready-made shirt. Like you don't have to do anything. So let's say you don't got a heat press, you can do it. Still have a t-shirt company. All you gotta do is tell them to press the shirt. You know what I'm saying? So that's just a little tidbit. So I'm letting y'all know, like, you don't really need all this equipment to start these businesses y'all want to start. If you want to do a t-shirt business, you can start that t-shirt business, child. It's a website that I think it is Jiffy. I think Jiffy is the one that does. What do they do? I know Jiffy does the DTF shirts, but I really think they do sublimation shirts too. I really, really do. But yeah, so just know you can use it for your t-shirts. T-shirts, once we get over 100 t-shirts, get the heck on that heat press and outsource t-shirts. Logo or website design. Okay, so a lot of times we want to sit and try to design our own logo, do our own website. Baby, when I was a caterer, I did my own website because I just didn't want to pay for somebody to do it. I just was like, no, I'll do it. They charge a lot to do websites. So I was like, dang. And I see a lot of people, you can go right on Fiverr, Fiverr, you can go right on there and somebody else will do that website design for you. So if you're like super busy and you really have no time to do a logo, do website design, get somebody else to do it. Tell them what you want, get them to do it. Like, period. Some stuff take too long. Like, you got other stuff to do. This is why people hire a team and delegate stuff. Like, making a website, that's too much. I'm not trying to do that. Somebody else do that for me. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you want to do a logo, you can. I'm telling y'all for real, y'all can make y'all logo with AI. That's how I made my old logo. I completely described my logo. I had to go through a couple things. I had to like click it a couple times, and do it a couple different times because that's what AI is. You got to tweak it a little bit. But I didn't pay nobody to make the logo. .com/create. All free AI. You can make your logo if you want. Just describe it. Hey, can you make me a logo type of picture that has this and make sure the person has that and her hair color is this and you go in. You can go in. Large photo edits. Case in point, like I said, large photo edits, large photo cutouts, large anything with photos. Outsource that thing. Okay, unless you can print it on your printer, you know what I mean. Outsource it. That's all I'm saying. If you got let me say that. If you have the printer, obviously you can print the big stuff. But if you don't have the t-shirt machine, like if you don't have the big giant printer, no, let CVS print that. Stop playing. Let stickers, banners print that. Okay. And remember, y'all could go to CVS too. CVS does pictures up to 3 feet. I think they do up to 4 feet, but they gotta ship it to you. You can't just pick it up that same day. But they do 24 by 36-inch pictures. So if you want to go in there and do that, check and see your coupons and stuff. I don't think on a regular day that is cheaper than Jiffy. I mean, that is cheaper than stickers, banners, but with the coupons it may be. Because CVS, man, they got a coupon every day. Every time you go on there, it's a coupon. I swear to you. Even when the coupons run out, like the one day runs out, that very next day, there's another coupon deal up. And it'd be like 4 different kind of coupons, 5, 6 kind of coupons for different like departments. Go on CVS if y'all want a photo coupon. I think right now they're doing the $5 posters, 16 by 20 inches. The rig sticky back posters with the adhesive on the back. Don't play. They $5. They normally like $50-something for them things, and they got them out for $5. So crazy. And then also projects outside your skill zone. If you don't know how to do something, but you know how to get your hands on it, then outsource it. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to make everything with your hands. You could provide a good experience, provide good customer service, and people will come back to you. And it's okay. Nobody's going to say, did you make that yourself? They ain't going to say that. They're going to say, oh, this is so nice. I love it so much. Like, so don't beat yourself up like, well, I'm supposed to be a crafter and I don't want to outsource. I'm supposed to make it. You don't got to make everything. My mom make wreaths and she put them signs up inside the wreaths, the wooden signs or the square signs that say different stuff on them. And then she builds around it. But it's like she orders those pieces. Nobody has ever asked her, did you cut that out and make it? No. Some stuff just find it online and order it. Like for real, it's just I'm big on, please save your time. So save yourself some time. Save yourself some stress. And you don't know how to do that project, so why did you try it anyway? And now I'm talking about you on Facebook telling the world that this is what I asked for versus this is what I got. And now you're looking crazy because now everybody talking about you on Facebook like, oh, I look crazy. Oh, see, that's how it works. That's how I do. Because we don't be making smart decisions as business owners sometimes, and then it bite us in the butt because now you all over Facebook. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't know how to do it, outsource it, please. I beg of you. So these are the questions you want to ask yourself, okay, when you're trying to decide if you want to outsource, if you want to DIY. Do you have the skill? So like I said in the previous slide, do you have the skill? Are you able to do this? If you're not able to do the project, do not do the project. Do not. Please do not do the project, okay? If you don't know how to do it. It's nothing wrong with not knowing how to do it. It's something wrong with when you don't know how to do it and you act like you know how to do it and you give the customer some BS. And now they're mad talking stuff about you. That's what I'm saying. Do you have the time? Okay. Outsourcing helps a lot of time. Outsourcing is a time saver. So if you're busy, like if it's graduation season and somebody want a big cutoff for a graduation party, but you got to do a stole and you got to do this and you got to do cups and you got to do shirts, you don't got time. Outsource it. Stop trying to be like the biggest crafter in America. Like, you're fine. You need to run your business smart so it can grow. If you're wasting all your time doing projects that you should have outsourced, you ain't going to have no time to grow because you're going to be too busy working on projects. When you could have ordered the big cutout, the big picture, and then got on your page and started maybe scheduling posts or, cleaning your craft room. I don't know. Figuring out your schedule for the week. Maybe finishing a design or a couple designs or finishing another project while you're waiting for the other project. But no, now we can't do that because for 6 or 5 hours, we got to sit there and do a whole project that we could have had somebody else do. Now tomorrow we're going to be backed up because now tomorrow, since I spent all of today doing this project that I should have outsourced, tomorrow I'm going to be busy and running around like a chicken with my head cut off simply because I'm going to be doing everything I'm supposed to be doing yesterday and all the stuff I got to do today, and I have to push it all together. If you don't have the time, don't lie to yourself and act like you got the time. You don't got time. Outsource it. Stop trying to be Miss I can do it all. Mr. I can do everything. No, you can't. Nobody can do everything. So just stop. Go to the website, upload the photo or upload whatever you need and have them send it to you. Like, seriously. I don't listen. I don't got time to be doing them fans, y'all. I go right to Amazon, upload the picture that I got, and Amazon send me the fan, the clack fan. I ain't playing with them. I'm not sitting here taping and tiling nothing together. I don't have a heat press that's 16 by 24. I mean, I don't have a heat press that's the 20. I think it was like 40 by something. What we got? Do we got the 16? No, I don't have 16 by 24. I got the 15 by 15. But yeah, the 16 by 24, whatever. Just if you don't got time, point blank, man, forget everything else. If you don't got time to do it, don't. Okay? Thank you. All right? Will it save or make me money? So this isn't really supposed to be the opposite thing. It's saying, will I save money or make money? I'm just saying. Because now if you want to DIY, that does save you money, but you have to be smart on what you DIY. And really everything really makes you money. You know what I'm saying? But it makes you money faster if you can get through these projects quicker. You'll make more money. You'll get your remaining payments faster. So when it's like, oh, you gotta deposit and then you do the thing and then they gotta give you the remaining payment. You get your remaining payments faster. You get more projects faster because you can post up your stuff. Yeah, listen. You gotta think to yourself. Stop trying to be Miss Do It All. You do not need to be doing all that. Who just texted me? Somebody just texted me. Something was moving on my phone. Anyway, sorry, y'all. All right, so y'all do so many things. My phone be going off crazy. So will outsourcing improve the product? So will the product look better if you outsource it? If the answer is yes, there is no other questions you need to ask yourself. Outsource it. You want your name, when you put your name out there, which is like your party favorites, things like that. If you have your name out there, your name needs to not be tarnished because you served up some corny, messy, crazy looking product to this customer. Now they talking about you. I'm telling y'all know these customers go to Facebook with everything. You will be on Facebook viral, shared by 1.2K people. Like, don't play with yourself. Don't be like, I don't feel like it, so I'm going to just do it however I want. No, if you don't feel like it, outsource. That's what I should have said on here to ask yourself. Do I feel like doing this? Oh, no, I don't. Okay, www. Like, don't play. Even with, I'm going to give y'all one. I have a whole vendors list on my website, but I'll give y'all like a couple, maybe one or two. I gave y'all the one, Jiffy. I gave y'all stickers, banners. And the next one is ArtsAdd, ARTSADD. So if this is, what is it? ARTSADD.com. This is basically all sublimation stuff. So if you want like shoes with a print on it, you want a hoodie that's all over design, like where it's no white, it's the whole hoodie is a design. They have all different kind of stuff, bags, and just go there and you'll see what I'm talking about. And then it's not really super expensive either. Like for the amount it is, you could charge a good amount and still get a good profit. So yeah, just want you to know that. So ArtsAdd, ARTSADD, and then stickersbanners.com, STICKERSBANNERS. And when you go to stickers banners, if you're looking for like the sticky photo that you can just stick onto something, it is the window decal. It's a window decal. That's how they categorize it. But it's really an adhesive, a picture with the adhesive backing on it. Okay. So where we at? Are we almost done? Oh, we at the end. Told y'all I wasn't gonna keep y'all here forever now. Can't be. It's 1:00. My kids got out of school. My son get off the bus. My daughter get off the bus at 3:15. Child, no, my son. Dang, do I know who my kids are right now? My kids go to different schools this year, y'all. It's so annoying because I always mix up who I'm getting at the bus. Like I got the times, I know exactly what time I need to be there, but I'm always like expecting another kid. I'm like, dang, I forgot it's this person. It's just crazy. I'll get used to it though. But here is the wrap up. So first of all, when you DIY, you save money, you gain skills, and you can test ideas. And like I said before, you can have full creative control about what you want to do. Okay, so DIY is a money saver. Okay, just think about that. A money saver is DIY, and then outsources is a time saver. So DIY is going to save you money. Outsourcing is going to save you time. Okay. Outsourcing is going to help you grow faster because obviously you'll be technically killing two birds with one stone. While you're waiting for your product to arrive, you're going to be doing other things for your business. Okay, that helps you grow faster. And that helps you be less stressed. When you DIY, there's a certain line that you got to cross, and you got to cross into the outsource. Because after a certain stress level comes with the DIY, it's time to outsource. You're not going to stress me out. I can outsource and I'll just up the price and outsource, and it is what it is. And you're either gonna pay it or you're not. I don't really have people having issues paying for my cutouts. I do cutouts all the way up to 8 feet, and they pay for it. The 8-foot one like 2 something, but they pay for it. So yeah. Use both strategically. Like I said, know when the line is coming. When that line you can't cross, like that line is the DIY is right here. And then outsource is right here. The line is right there. You gotta know where that line at. Once you get into that line and you in DIY and you getting close to the line, time to outsource. Once you want to outsource, but you getting close to that line on the DIY it. Because there is some things you really don't have to outsource. You could just DIY it. Like, yeah. Okay. Me personally, like stuff like party favors, I'll tell you, yes, you can outsource. You can, you can start your party favorite business without a printer. I tell people that all the time. I covered that whole thing in boot camp. You don't need a printer to start your party favorite business. You could just outsource CVS, a local print shop that you have in your city, but it's more expensive. You have to make your price higher to cover your profit. Make sure your profit doesn't drop. Okay. So I would rather get a $22 pack of 150 sheets of glossy paper, and I have a printer, so I can just print it out. If you have a printer, there's no reason you should be outsourcing your certain stuff. If you can't afford a printer, that's one thing. But if you have a printer, you're like, well, I don't feel like doing it, so I'm gonna outsource it. That's dumb. Because while your printer's printing, you could be doing stuff. Ask me how I know. I'm always doing stuff on the computer. The printer be printing right next to me. I just do everything I can until the printer's done. So be strategic. Know when it's time to outsource. Know when it's time to DIY. Okay. So if you want to skip the trial and error, okay, if you want to skip the trial and error, grab my bootcamp replays, okay, and my digital files. All right. So the replays. Let me say this. Bootcamp was freaking crazy. Okay. It was crazy. Because in boot camp, like I tell you, all the vendors, like I told them all the vendors at boot camp that I use, I told them like where to get certain stuff, and that was more like support toward party favorite businesses and stuff like that. This was like this class was like a general into outsource thing. But as far as party favorites are concerned, I gave them a bunch of different vendors, a bunch of different brands, a bunch of different everything. I gave them the prices, everything all the stuff that I use. Okay. But boot camp was crazy. It was three days. Each day, y'all, was 3 hours. And I did not mean to do that. I want y'all to know. I did not mean to talk for no 3 dang hours. But the information that I had, it took 3 hours. I went through each slide. The first class, I think it was like 50 something slides. And then obviously I'm talking to the students in between. They're like chiming in, saying certain things and asking questions and saying things that they were dropping a little bit of gems too. I was like, okay. But yeah, so first day we talked about the foundation of your party favorite business. We talked about pricing, we talked about vendors, I talked about I talked about a lot of stuff. It was 3 hours, y'all. It was a lot of stuff I talked about. It was basically all the foundation. Then after that, the second day, which was another, and the week after that, that was Canvas. So we went through a whole. This is when we designed these bad boys. We designed this. We designed the Hershey bar, and we designed a water bottle, which is somewhere I don't know. I wonder if it fell. I heard something fall yesterday. I didn't know what it was. I think it was that water bottle. But we did a water bottle with the same design. And basically I was giving them all the hacks. I showed them before I even started designing. I showed them a couple hacks like that pop out effect. I showed them some other stuff. But also they were able to take home 5 templates. I gave them 5 templates. I gave them access to the one we designed in class. They got that template. They even got prompts, and that was day 3, which was AI. AI was like a chunk. It was like a good 70-80% of the class. We taught how to make certain characters in AI. I gave them some prompts. I showed them how to reverse prompt, which is basically put the picture and figure out what prompt would give you that picture. They learned how to make their characters talk, how to make them walk. Like, it was crazy. We did marketing, and was the foundation of that, how you can get started with email marketing. We spoke on content, how to create content, when you should create content, what's the important parts of content, different kind of content, when you should use what kind of content. We was doing everything. So all together, we did, I think, like 9 hours of class. So what I did was I took the boot camp. It was 3 different days. And I uploaded them onto my website as 3 separate products, simply because everybody might not need everything. So you might know how to start your party favor business, but you just a little bad at Canva. So you want to get the Canva one only. Or I do Canva, you know how to start your business, but you need to know how to use AI to grow your business. You need to know what's the foundations of email marketing, how you can get started, what kind of content should I post, when, how, like, give me some ideas, prompt. I was giving them comment. We were prompting content creations. So I did a prompt. I gave them a prompt also, a prompt book. Crazy. I was doing so much stuff for this bootcamp. I gave them a prompt ebook. Well, not a really ebook. It was a prompt guide. It was a starter prompt guide for party favors. And it was like 10 categories, 10 like popular categories of parties. And they gave you a prompt. I gave them, I'm saying they, I'm saying they, I gave 4 prompts per category. And then I gave them a prompt to help them create 30 days of content, answering, all of the questions that people have about party favors. So they got a lot of stuff, okay? And they even paid for one-on-ones with me, y'all. It was crazy. I'm waiting for one lady has surgery, so she told me she's gonna still schedule her. She's just trying to heal first. Then there was another lady who actually had a one-on-one with me as well. She paid for a one-on-one, and she was just going on and on and on and on about the classes and how amazing they were, how excellent they were. If you follow me on Facebook, I talked about it. I posted the video where she was saying how like amazing the classes were. But it was funny because she was like, you should have charged way more for those classes. She got the highest package. So she got VIP wasn't the highest. Premium. She got the premium package. And when she got the premium package, it was I think the premium package was $87. She bought the premium package. It included her one-on-one, included all the the templates, the prompt book, everything, and all the classes, access to replays forever. But she was telling me straight up, like, you give a lot of information. She's like, you're very knowledgeable. You have you know a lot of information, and you should have charged more, or you should have split it up into, different days and stuff. So I told her, like, she was one of the, not really one of the big reasons, but I was already going to split it up. But that actually confirmed me needing to split it up, because she was just like, everybody might not need all of that. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. So, sometimes the teacher is the student. So I listened to her about that. But boot camp was so informative. I showed these students so much stuff. Because I never want y'all to pay money and then I don't deliver, and you're like, damn, I wasted my money. I never want nobody to look at me and say she was just money hungry, or I wasted my money messing with her, whatever the case is. I just never want that. So if you want to skip the trial and error, if you want to learn more about how to start, your party favorite business, or anything of the sort, and you want to know the vendors, everything is in the replays. Okay. And all the digital files that I have a bunch of templates and a bunch of designs and a bunch of PNGs, and I have a couple guides on there. I have a DTF ebook. If you want to start your DTF your shirt business, and you want to use DTF printing. Yeah, so that it was big. Boot camp was big, and people paid money, and I gave them everything I freaking had, and that was crazy that a student told me I should have just paid. I should have charged more than I charged. I said, Lord. So now that is over. So if you do want to grab the bootcamp replays, let me just say this really quick. If you do want to grab the bootcamp replays, or look over on all the digital files that are on my website, in the comment, not in the comment, in the description, my website is in the description. Okay, so it's payhip.com, payhip.com, www.payhip.com/HFC designs. Very simple, very easy. That is my website. You can check out everything on there. Right now, the AI prompt book is $19 until I decide it's not. So the regular price is really $27, but the $19 one, 30 is about 35 to 36 prompts, I think, in there. And there's 10 categories, and then there's the bonus prompt for what's it called? The bonus prompt for their content creation. Okay. So next thing, this is also in the description. Join our Craft Cousins community. It's called Keep It Crafty. It's on Facebook. We just hit 700 last night. I think right now we're at 70. Oh yeah, 706. I think it was on 706 when I went in there to go live right before the live started. I was in there. I think it's at 706. But yeah, go over. That's actually in the description. Also, you can just click it. It'll take you right over there. Okay. Once you get over there, just say what's up. If you have any questions in there, you can ask questions. I drop a lot of stuff in there, a lot of stuff. I drop a lot of tips, a lot of motivation. I do drop freebies in there. I do a lot of stuff in there. Okay. This actual craft room at noon started in there. And I was like, you know what? Once I went in there and I told my cousins, I said, yo, I need at least 50 subscribers so I can go live on YouTube. Because I got PowerPoints that I be wanting to do. I didn't ever do PowerPoints. I was always just talking. But I was like, I got PowerPoints that I want to do and everything. And I know I could do that on YouTube if I get the subscribers. Oh my gosh. By the end of the live that I did, they had me I was at 65, I think. I think I was at like 37 or something when I first asked. And then by the end of the live that I was at, my craft community came through for me because they love you, girl, like that. And yeah, I loved it. So now we're at 706. So come on in, invite your friends. Like, we have a good time. You can just stay and watch. You don't have to say anything. But yeah, come over there, and just sometimes that's what we need. Like, it's very crafting is low key like a lonely world unless there's other crafters around you. So it's like, you want to craft, but you tell your friend about a craft, something craft wise, and they don't really get it. They just kind of like, whatever. Yeah. But when you go into the group, into your craft group, and you start talking about it, they be like, girl, I know. Because now that's why you need community. You need a craft community, because they will understand you. They will get you. Okay. And they will understand certain things that you're talking about. All right, so join our crafting community, please. So let's just keep building smarter and not harder. Okay, we're gonna know when to DIY. You need to know when to not DIY, know when to get on that website and order it. Okay, so that is the end of my presentation. I'm about to stop sharing this screen because we're about to get up out of here. So yeah, that is pretty much everything. Be smart. Be very, 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 very smart. If you cannot do the project, don't do the project. I don't want to have to come beat your butt. Okay, don't do the project. Do not do the project and then end up on Facebook later. All right. So, but okay, baby. But yeah, I'm about to get up out of here anyway. We pretty much had everything together. Well, join me next week. Next week we talking about sublimation. Because sublimation boot camp is coming up next. When I was in that group, when I was in my when I was not in my group, when I was in class, we were talking, and at the end of the class, they were like, when are we doing a cricket class? When are we doing a sublimation class? And I was like, well, sublimation class was next anyway. But I'm going to do sublimation class next because I already have like the outline for it and everything. So I'm going to do sublimation class next. That's not going to be for like a month and a half or something like that because I got to promote it and get everything together. But sublimation class is coming. And I hope you ready. I hope you ready. You ready? All right. So I love you guys. I'll see you on Monday next week. Make sure you go into the description. Freaking follow me, man. Follow me on Facebook. Join my craft community. Follow me on Facebook on my business page, Highly Favorite Custom Designs. And follow me on Facebook, Ashley Goldman, because I be cutting up. On there. So go follow me on Facebook. And yeah, that's it. Go to my website, see if you can see anything you need. I got a bunch of templates, a bunch of mock-up, bunch of stuff you might need. Okay. Stuff is coming up. All right. Yeah, but I love you guys. I'll see you guys later. Keep it crafty. Bye.